a G-Byte, tu espacio de transformación digital. Hoy estamos continuando con nuestra serie Líderes Digitales. Hoy nos acompaña Fabio Silva de SmartHow, directo desde Brasil, aquí con nosotros en Puerto Rico, a hablar en el podcast de donde tú sacas información para continuar transformando tu operación digitalmente. Fabio, ¿cómo estás?
Todo bien, mi español no es muy bueno, pero yo puedo hablar un poco. Pero portugués es muy parecido, entonces ayuda mucho.
¿Cómo sería esto que acabas de decir en portugués?
Muito prazer, é um prazer estar aqui com você para transferir todo o meu conhecimento e experiência para o público.
Entendí todo.
¿Entendió todo?
Todo, perfecto, lo entendí perfecto.
Está bueno, está bueno, está bueno. Mucho gusto a todos que están asistiendo, es un placer estar aquí. Me encantaría mucho poder disponibilizar mi conocimiento, mi experiencia en la inteligencia artificial, en el entrepreneurship, de todo. Entonces, vamos a hablar un poco.
Espectacular. Bueno, mi gente, como Fabio es de Brasil, habla un poco de español, él obviamente portugués, pero su inglés es un poco más, tiene un poquito más dominio en el inglés, así que esta entrevista va a fluir probablemente en 3 idiomas. Español, inglés en su mayoría y portugués, pero van a ver que los subtítulos van a tenerlo completamente en español para que, ¿verdad? Que la mayoría de la audiencia hispanohablante pues puedan seguir la conversación y les sea de mucho valor. Así que, Fabio, we're going to start now.
Yeah, of
Okay,
course.
let's go. So, Fabio, we always start asking, who is Fabio? Who is Fabio?
Yeah. Who is Fabio? Okay, I have 20 years old.
Okay.
I'm very young. I already do business. I never thought that I will be doing business on a manufacturing landscape, actually.
Okay.
But Fabio is a young boy that desired to serve people. Actually, I'm very connected with God and with my family. It's all about family. It's all about the people that you have in the journey, actually, and the experience that you have. So Fabio Silva is a young boy from Brazil. Actually, I was born in New Jersey.
Okay.
But I lived all my life in Brazil. So I'm a Latino, actually. And my main goal is to serve people with the knowledge that I have, with the experience that I have, is to empower people.
Awesome, man.
In different landscapes, yeah.
That's awesome. So you came to Puerto Rico how many months ago?
Actually, I arrived 4th of July of this year.
4th of July. So how have you liked Puerto Rico?
Oh, demasiado. Solamente no tiene la mejor comida porque Brasil es muy bueno también. Pero tiene de todo, mofongo, alcapurria, de todo.
De todo. Tengo que ser honesto, cuando viajo a otros países, usualmente la comida de Brasil es la que me acuerda a casa, porque a veces no hay comida puertorriqueña, así que I love Brazilian food as well.
It's very similar. Lo básico, arroz y habichuelas.
Okay, so arroz y habichuela. So you guys also have a lot of rice and...
Yeah, the basic food. If you want to have a lunch, we must have arroz y habichuelas. It's the basic, so
That's it.
yeah, you'll be good in Brazil.
Yeah, I'll be good. So when you came here, was there another... I know it's similar, but was there any cultural shock?
Actually, I was quite impressive.
Okay.
Because I'm from the state that I live in Brazil called Minas Gerais. And everybody knows from Brazil that the toughest place that you can do business is in my state, actually.
Okay.
Because we only do business with friends, or for the ones that we already drink a coffee or have a pão de queso.
Okay.
Brazil is one of the best, actually. But one of the things that I'd be quite impressive here in Puerto Rico is very similar to my state. So we like to have coffee. We like to go out to eat something, mofongo, for example. So it's more than doing business. It's on the personal landscape too.
It's also about creating relationships.
Actually, on the business is all about people.
That's true.
All about people.
That's true. So you came here because of your company, SmartHow.
Yeah.
Okay. So what can you talk about? What is SmartHow?
Yeah, SmartHow is a AI platform for operational excellence on a manufacturing landscape. Basically, we are using AI to upgrade the operational intelligence on a shop floor, really, on the operations day by day with Rodriguez. Rodriguez is the one who's been in the company for 30 years. He knows the process from A to Z. So how we can use that advantage to improve our processes? Because unfortunately, we don't have an efficient way. So when they go on a vacation, is most of the time when we feel them, we miss them, or when they retire, that is a natural process. We lose all that know-how that we already have inside our shop floor. So we use AI to leverage the processes on a manufacturer.
Yeah, because we have a lot of people with a lot of knowledge inside the operation. So
Yes.
you're trying to leverage, like, okay, so can we help transfer that knowledge? It's like a training, like when you say, like, let's have the most experienced person train the new guy. You're trying to be like, okay, let's do that, but let's try to do that massively.
Exactly. And that is the exactly point when we can use AI. You use AI you can use AI, of course, to build new things. But to start, the best path is actually, okay, what is the workflow that we already do nowadays manually with people? And what is the points that I can use AI to scale this, to put in a faster pace? That is the main thing that we saw the opportunity on a manufacturing landscape, especially manufacturing, because everything is a lengthy process, is also manual too, and especially on a regulatory environment, so it's different. But the opportunity that we have to use AI is actually, okay, we understand the currently workflow. With this workflow, in which points that we can use AI to leverage the pace. With that, you're gonna start, you're gonna feel it, you're gonna bring more knowledge and more maturity to use AI. Because it's not actually, it's not everything that you can use AI actually.
No, it's like AI is for a very specific thing. You mentioned that you guys look at the workflow, and from there you guys identify. So what is an exercise that you would suggest someone do for them to visualize? Okay, so these are the steps that I could do it, but before you can do that, you have to draw the workflow. So what type of suggestion would you give people for them to start doing this type of workflow?
I got it. Basically, think that to use AI is the same when you want to start a business. You only start a business when you see an opportunity to solve a problem. On the AI, is going to be the same. But here you're going to see a problem, but this problem is going to be related. Oh, okay, maybe I can use AI to leverage this, make faster. The first thing is how I can make faster the process that we have on the workflow that we have. So the first thing is, okay, let's map the process in each industry. On a manufacturer is very related, but each business has processes, have layers, and basically we have workflows inside. So what I suggest and what we made with SmartHow is, okay, let's see the manufacturer landscape and understand how it works without AI. And with this, we can see, okay, in this point, how we can use AI. In this point, how we can use AI to make it faster, not to build a new thing. Let's think on the first step, how we can make faster. With that, we're gonna have enough knowledge and experience to create new ways to build and do something.
Yeah, there's not a one specific way to use AI. That's not the point of the tool. So you mentioned that, and how do you guys came up with saying let's build SmartHow? Like, how did that came to be?
Okay. Long story short,
Okay.
before SmartHow, we used to have another company that calls iSplay.
Okay.
Basically, was a platform to serve high schools with different courses for coding, for filming, for edition, for how to talk in public, different type of courses. Basically, because there was a regulation in Brazil that was incentivizing schools to apply different courses inside their environment, their schedule, and was getting advantage of that actually, because until actually the deadline was to 2027, every school in Brazil must have different courses to apply. So we started with different courses for trained people in different landscapes and was doing well. But a tip: never do business with schools. It's tough. It's tough. on the lead time is a lengthy process, and actually it's difficult to them to have that kind of mindset for business side. But if you want it, you need to be patient and very love the industry actually. So the new government entered and they took off the regulation, so there's no more necessity to apply different courses on the high schoolers. So we needed to shift and hope God that we used to have an advisor with us on the cap table team, and he advises us, okay, I think that you can do something related on this on the training process with a manufacturing landscape. And we was like, I don't know, because we didn't know anything about manufacturing.
Okay.
Anything. Like I was, what can do with manufacture? I don't know any type of process or basic procedures or basic subjects inside of that. But with his knowledge and experience, he guided us and advised us, okay, let's do something similar to what you were doing already with high schoolers, but now looking to operators.
Okay.
How you can train how to use APs, how to use is trained for a specific procedure, how we can train people in different landscapes. So we started being a HR platform.
Yeah.
Basically for training process. And with that, we getting experience. We talk with Rodriguez from the maintenance department. We talk with different persons. And actually, for the business landscape, the most important point that you must have is to talk with the customer. Because the customer is who feel the pain, and he's feel and he see the different opportunities that we have in their own business. So talking with different people on a manufacturing landscape, we actually be able to build what we have nowadays. That is what we have on SmartHow.
Usually when this type of projects come to be and you guys are having traction, it's because you had another experience that hit hard. So Ice Play hit hard, and that taught you guys
a
a lot.
Actually, it's good because with the downs part of the life, there's downs and ups, of course, and especially on the downs part, you can learn a lot. There's only two paths, or you can learn, or you can give up. And actually, I cannot give up. Anyone cannot give up. So let's learn with this and understand better how we can do better on the next step.
That's true. That's true. Like when you receive the type of experience, like it's a learning opportunity. So
Definitely.
And you mentioned like you were able to bring that knowledge with the guidance of someone that already knows. So like it's kind of like you guys did SmartHow there a little bit. Like he taught you guys what it's supposed to be, and that's like, okay, we can use this and build it there.
Yeah.
So you guys started in that. So in the manufacturing industry, what are the current challenges that you guys are looking at? I know you guys mentioned like the transfer of knowledge. Is that the only challenge or the main challenge, or is there any others that you guys would bring to the table?
I'm gonna explain this, bringing the vision, how we can use AI also,
Okay.
and how we saw the opportunity to use AI.
Okay.
Basically, we didn't understand anything about the manufacturing landscape. So the first step is, okay, we need to understand this industry if we want to do business there. So we talked with different people. We went to the shop floor actually in different type of industry on a manufacturer for textile, pharmaceutical, metallurgy, mining. And with that knowledge, experience, we could be able to create a workflow. Okay, we have a process here. In a process, we have an input. We have a process that happens here, and we also have an output of this. So basically, inside the manufacturing landscape specifically, there's knowledge. We improve the knowledge. Once we improve that knowledge, we distribute that knowledge. Actually, on the first path, how we can capture the knowledge, procedures, SOPs, work instructions, or best practice, any type of knowledge. With this, okay, now we need to improve it, because my background is from operational excellence already, Lean Six Sigma. So before standardizing and distributing on scale, we need to polish this knowledge, because if we not polish, we're gonna scale waste to bottlenecks too, instead of only knowledge. So we improve it in this way. How it works currently, the manufacturers is all manual. This workflow is all manual. So to capture the knowledge from Rodriguez, for example, it's like this conversation. And with this conversation, I'm gonna take a pen and write down to do a SOP, for example. So it's manual. Okay, how we can use AI for this? The second path, how they improve the process nowadays. Actually, there's a quality guy that take a book. Okay, let's audit this process. Check. For regulatory environment, it's tougher. Because we don't have only the auditors inside our organization. Actually, we have FDA, different third party. So
and each country has its own like regulatory environment
standards.
Standard.
But the main thing here is, okay, on the first step they do manual, they write down. On the second path is a real person looking to the process, the operating, doing that. So it's a manual too, depend of human. And on the third part, how they train people, I call like the word of mouth. The word of mouth is basically, I have Rodriguez by my side and he's with me doing the process. So while he's doing the process, teaching me, he's not working. And on a manufacturing landscape, it's all about producing.
That's true.
Every person inside our organization needs to produce. The only reason that we have facilities in different places, just like here in Puerto Rico, we have a huge pharmaceutical cluster. The only reason that we have different sites is to produce, have volume. That is the main reason. So on the training process, we also have opportunity to improve. We also have our opportunity, okay, we can make this faster with AI. So the first step, we understanding how is the workflow, the currently workflow. So we saw all the bottlenecks, all the manual stuffs. So the first step with AI is, okay, let's not do anything real, like different, new. Let's do this faster. So in this case, we applied AI to make this faster.
That's true.
That is the first step.
So because at the end of the day, like when a challenge presents itself in the manufacturing industry, it's also on how can I stay productive as much time as I can. You mentioned waste. Like waste, there are many wastes that are visible, and most of the time people see it when you stop doing something. But sometimes doing something, it doesn't actually mean being productive. Doing something can also, there's certain things you can do that are also waste in the process.
Exactly.
So I can see that as an opportunity to leverage AI as a conversation and as a way to see what's the process, and not only where you are stopping and having a bottleneck, but what you actually do and that seems productive, but it's not. I can see that. So what is a common error that companies do when they're trying to scale technology in this type of scenarios?
Okay, that's a good question, because actually there's a huge problem, especially nowadays with the younger generation. I'm a younger generation, okay, but
I still consider myself a younger generation.
We are all young. So there's a huge problem nowadays because people love to think, they don't execute. That is the main thing. This is a good short, okay? People love to think, they don't execute. The most thing here is how we can execute fast.
That's true.
Is the main thing. On the business landscape for life, you need to execute and see the outcome from that. So the best advice that I suggest, to use AI to make able the digital transformation, is, okay, let's execute. Not only study, grabbing knowledge, talking with people, let's execute. We already have different AIs, ChatGPT, Copilot, Cloud, different ones. Let's start with this, and please pay them. Pay the subscription, because if you don't pay it, you are allowing them to use their information. So basically pay it, it's gonna be better. So the first thing, the most important point is execute. See the next step. You need to think about the big picture. We want to be all automation,
Yeah.
all AI, but actually, what is the next step? The next step is not this. This is the main goal.
Yeah.
How can bring this to present
Yeah.
and do the first step? If you don't do the first step, you're not gonna achieve it.
Yeah, and most of the time, when you said the main goal, for example, automating the entire process, there is a thing, and I always love to tell the audience that it's not a magic wand.
Actually not.
It's not.
Actually not. I hope so, but actually not.
It's not. It's steps.
Yeah.
You're teaching like AI in the main use that people do, like Google search, for example. Like as a Google search, when I explain to people like AI, it's not telling you something. It's scraping the internet, it's going to the internet, looking information, and then giving it back to you. Which means if that information is wrong, what it's saying is also wrong. Because it's not intelligent in the sense of that it can interpret if it's right or wrong. It's intelligent in the sense that it can take a lot of information, synthesize it, and give it to you. So if that information is wrong, that's also going to be wrong. So thinking that that's a magic wand, it's not.
Yeah, of course not, because the AI that you are talking about is ChatGPT, Copilot.
Stuff like that, yeah.
Basically, this kind of AI, they work inside a workflow mindset. It's all about workflow.
Yeah.
So it probably this is gonna be the word that I'm most gonna say here.
Okay.
Because you need to understand the workflow to start using AI, or even to start improve your process in different departments that we have inside the business. But that kind of AI, they work in a specific workflow. You make a ask to grab some information. He gonna grab information on the database on the internet, and they gonna give that information that you ask. So they really works in a specific workflow, and this is the best path to start using AI in the business, because we already use workflows in our organization.
Yeah.
We should use. How we can use this now with the AI.
Yeah.
Because there's AI like ChatGPT, Copilot Cloud, but we also have AI agents. AI agents is a different subject. It's not ChatGPT. AI agents, they work not only in a specific workflow, but they also create and build new things, innovation. On the workflow, just like ChatGPT, Copilot, they gonna bring information. You have a request, they're gonna bring information. The AI agent is the one that really gonna create new ways to do something. So we're not gonna start with AI agents. We need to create enough maturity so how we can use AI. So let's leverage the tools that we already have that works inside our specific workflow. That is the main suggestion that I have.
I like what you said about this ChatGPT or these other common AIs, because we think AI and we're thinking about generative AI, but it's not the only one. So you mentioned workflow, like ChatGPT, Claude, all of this are using a workflow to help you that. Even so, that's why you can do a mix of Spanish and English in your message, and the system is interpreting like, which language is this? Spanish, English at the same time? What does this mean together?
Exactly.
It's a process that is doing to be able to understand you. So when you talk about AI agents, like what can you say about an example of what people can think of? This is an AI agent.
Okay. And I want to make sure that I make the job for the edition easier. But there's several tools that is a real AI agent, because the AI agent is actually, he gonna provide you information, but he also gonna create different plans of action.
Okay.
He actually gonna think behind the operations and suggest improvement and create new things to on a manufacturing landscape. For example, they're gonna analyze the line that we have, and he gonna suggest new ways to create this, new ways to produce a specific product. So he gonna create innovation. An AI agent, for example, if you want to fill in, how is it? We have different tools. We have Replit that you already use. Replit is very good. It's a non-code, low-code to create apps, websites. We have Replit that is very good, very easy to do. And we also have Manus, MANUS, .ai, I think.
Manus.im.
Okay, IM. So there's two. And we also have Lovable. Lovable is good too.
I've heard like a lot of Lovable.
Yeah.
I think it was one of the first one that was like
The
paying a lot.
popular one, yeah.
Yeah, popular one. That's
Yeah.
they were having a lot of ads and stuff there.
Exactly. So if you want to feel how is the AI agents, go to Replit. Replit is a very good one, and use Manu's more about to upgrade the work that we have inside the Replit. But their kind of tools is what we consider AI agents.
AI
actually.
agents. Yeah,
Yes.
they're executing a task specifically. Like ChatGPT is executing a task because it's telling you information, but it's not executing a task, a specific task in the sense of create, for example, help me create the code for the landing page, for
And
example.
he gonna do for example, let's do ChatGPT like the standard AI.
Yeah.
And AI agents, the AI agents.
Mhm.
If you make a request on ChatGPT, he gonna execute, but he gonna do execution straightforward of what you said.
Mhm.
He not gonna do a better way to create what you wanted.
Yeah.
Actually, the AI agent, he has enough knowledge, enough experience
True.
to not only provide the information that you requested, but also to see different ways to provide the same answer, or even a better answer for that request.
Yeah.
In different ways. That can be a way that is more profitable, can be a way with less waste,
Mhm.
with less bottlenecks. The main fear is AI agents has enough knowledge, data to provide the information, execute the text in different ways. In different ways that can bring the better solution.
Solution to, yeah, I see it. So which one of all these AI agents and emerging technology, which one are you more excited about?
That's a tough question, because actually, if we sleep and we wake up tomorrow, there's gonna have
A new one.
A new one.
Yeah.
So actually, I prefer the upgraded one. So
Okay.
there's not a specific one that I love this one. The ChatGPT is very good.
Yeah.
For to begin, it's very good. You can do a lot of things there, and is the best way to have and execute the first steps.
Okay.
That is the most important point.
That I'm with you on that. And there are different like agents. Like one of I actually you sent me a little bit about this before. There are the AI voice agents as well.
Yes.
What can you tell us about that one?
Crazy.
Crazy. Okay.
Crazy. But if you want to go to the AI voice agents, you need to have enough maturity to use AI. Also, to build this kind of solution is one of the things that we are doing now with SmartHow, and actually is no-brainers, like crazy. Crazy. For example, we already created a solution to improve the process, the capturing, improving, and distributing inside the manufacturer with our platform. But looking to our workflow currently, already with AI, we saw opportunity, because we saw that we can use AI voice agents.
Okay.
Because on the first step, that is how we can capture the knowledge from Rodriguez. Basically, we were doing with AI, because we were talking here. We grabbed the audio from this conversation, and the AI can generate any type of documentation. But for this, we still have the conversation between humans. So is a supervisor or a person from SmartHow talking with the operator or with the expert. So there's opportunity to use AI voice agents. So we created Rachel inside the platform.
Okay.
Rachel basically is the AI voice agent that she can guide the entire interview with the expert.
Okay.
So I can ask, me being the manager or the supervisor, I can ask Rachel to call Rodriguez, and she gonna guide the entire interview, conversation, to capture the knowledge for procedures, for different documentations. And actually, we implemented this in one of our clients in Brazil, and they was doing actually 300 procedures simultaneously.
Whoa.
So we already created the workflow with AI, but we still have a manual way, a conversation between different persons. So in that way, to do the same result, we needed 300 persons, 600 persons, because R2.
Yeah.
In this way, we could do it with AI voice agents. So Rachel was guiding 300
At the same time.
at the same time.
Wow.
at the same time.
Nice.
So you start, notice this, we started in a layer. Start with ChatGPT. Feel it. Start it. Create, before this, create a workflow that really works nowadays in your business, the manual way. With this, go to ChatGPT, talk with him. Send the documentation that you created on the workflow that is manual, and start to understand, start to feel it. And once you have this, you already applied AI with this, ChatGPT and different, you can already create AI agents inside the ChatGPT when you pay it. So you can feel it in there. Once you already have the new workflow that you already polished with AI, let's see now how we can use AI voice agents, for example. So it's different layers, and we need to go this because if you don't create enough maturity, enough experience, you cannot like go from 0 to 10. It's impossible.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's impossible. Maybe you can do it, but with my experience, you must have that kind of experience steers by steers.
I see what you mean, and you have spoken about you already bring a client that have been using it. Can you tell us first this the workflow of SmartHow from beginning to end, like what's expected of the platform when you use it in a manufacturing landscape, and from there, like how a client of yours have used it and any experience that they've had with the system?
We have different ways to do it.
Okay.
Basically, I'm gonna tell two ways: on a procedure landscape and on the best practice landscape.
Perfect.
There's a huge gap on the knowledge transferring. That is how we can capture knowledge from Rodriguez, how we can polish it, because maybe the way that Rodriguez does the job, maybe it's not so security, it's not safety, because sometimes he don't use the goggles or something.
Okay.
So we need to polish this information before transferring for the new hires.
That's valid.
And once we have polish, we transfer that knowledge. So we go to the training process. So basically, nowadays with AI voice agent, the supervisor is gonna ask Rachel to call Rodriguez, and she already gonna call him. Okay, Mr. Rodriguez, the supervisor XPTO asked me to have an interview with you for the specific procedure XPTO. Let's do it. Okay, let's do it. So she gonna provide all the questions and guide all the information. Once we have that information inside the platform, we already create the documentation. In this case, might be SOP or a work instruction. There can be on the template for the specific manufacturer or the plaintiff that we provided. With this information, we have AI agents, not a voice, but for different standards.
Okay.
For example, we have AI agents for Anvisa that is similar to FDA.
Okay.
For pharmaceutical, for medical device, and
that's in Brazil.
In Brazil.
Yeah.
In Brazil. There's a company that we have that calls Biome. They are the only one that are producing insulin inside of Brazil.
Okay.
And they have AI agent for Anvisa. Once we have a new requirement from Anvisa, for example, they already can audit their procedures automatically and look for gaps. The main thing here is not to use AI to already polish the procedure, because when you started to use AI, you're gonna see that it's not 100%.
Yeah.
You might have hallucinations. Hallucinations is the word that we use to, how I can describe.
Like when you're asking what color is the sky and it says red.
Yeah.
It's hallucinating. It's trying to give you a context because it's not looking at the sky. It doesn't know it's blue. It's trying to give you an answer, but since he doesn't know, it's trying to, say something. It's giving the first color comes to its mind.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So basically, they have, in this case, trained with the AI agent. In this case, is an expert that was trained with specific criteria. In this case, Anvisa requirements.
Okay.
But we also can have on Alcoa landscape, for example, that is another client that we have. We can create the AI agent for different type of expertise. In this case, we can create one that was trained with accidents, previous accident and incident on that specific facility. So once we polish a new procedure, a new process, we might change it a little bit when we polish, we improve it. We saw opportunity of waste, so we're gonna do it this way now because we have less waste, less bottlenecks. So now we can use the AI agent to predict possibility of accident on that specific procedure now because we change it.
Yeah.
So on the improvement way, used to have persons to see the procedure and look for gaps. Now we have experts, AI agents, that was trained for specific criteria to analyze our procedures. Once we have it polished, now how we can support the training process, because if you don't know, on a manufacturing landscape, when you have a new hire, you actually give a paper, seems like a Bible. This calls SOP, standard operation procedures, a work instruction, basically saying what you need to do to execute your job. And it's a lengthy process. It's like a Bible. You cannot read it. The new generation have a behavior now to not read things. Don't read books. I read books because I'm strange, so I'm different. But people don't like to read it. So the way that we see the opportunity is, okay, what people like to do?
Scroll.
TikTok, Reels, videos, short videos. So we saw in a way that we can transform that reading procedure into a video format. So now he can also read it if he wants, but he can go to the video part and see like 30 seconds how he can use the gloves, how can he use the goggles, how can he execute the procedure. So we understand the workflow, we apply the AI. This is for procedure. On the best practice landscape, we can do the same workflow, but now we are not talking about to teach somebody for a specific procedure. Now we are talking about to share best practice. So we call Rachel. I have a new best practice here. Imagine that I'm Puerto Rico. I have facilities on the United States. I have facilities in Brazil. So I just cover a best practice. I'm going to call Rachel. I'm going to talk with her about the best practice, the new way to do a specific procedure. And
Rachel here is the AI voice agent.
Rachel is the AI voice agent that we have inside SmartHow.
Yeah.
And once we talk with her, she's going to generate inside the platform already the documentation for the best practice. And with that best practice documentation, we can transform that reading document the same way on the reading procedure into a video format.
Got it.
In this case, it's going to be a synthetic version. The ones that you already saw on Reels, on TikTok, the one that is all synthetic. So the entire video, the edition, the narration, subtitles, and also the image is all synthetic, all by the AI.
Got it.
In this case. So we generate a synthetic video from that documentation, and now they can share from here, Puerto Rico, to United States in English, to Brazil in Portuguese, to share knowledge, to share best practice.
I see it.
Basically, we are using SmartHow for this.
So basically, it's gather the know-how of the process, then let's polish it and make sure we make a proper SOP with this information, with suggestions on how can we improve this. Once those suggestions are approved, or we go through that, then let's create the videos. And once you have the videos, then let's provide that access to the people that have the.
Exactly.
That's it. So it's technically that's what usually it's done, in a sense of you're not making a new process in the like you were mentioning in the beginning. You're taking how we do this now, and it's like, okay, we can put AI voice agents here. We can put here an AI agent that validates with regulatory if we are compliant. If it's not, here's where we're not compliant. We should do this differently. Then, okay, we need to do the videos. We can start with a synthetic one. Let's do a synthetic one first. You want to do it yourself? Here's a guided way to do it. You can record it yourself and submit it to the platform to be able to then do it. So you're literally what you mentioned, like, let's do the process today. How can we apply it? And that's how we improve it.
It's not magic.
It's not
magic. Actually, to start, you need to understand that is you got it.
The current state.
The current state.
Yeah.
Build the workflow. And most of the people don't undervalue writing down a piece of paper, a pen. I love it. Actually, you need to write down. If you don't write down, you're going to forget.
Yeah.
So build the currently workflow. Understand how it works now. Because with AI, you need to understand workflows on the beginning. And especially on a manufacturing, I think that that helps a lot. And you had the experience too, because in a manufacturing, it's all about process.
It is.
Process is workflows.
Yeah.
So once it's also in the is a engineering mindset, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything
is a process.
It's a process.
Everything
is a process.
Everything. Like waking up is a process. Cooking is a process. Everything is a process.
Everything is process. So on AI, it's the same. You need to understand process. So understand the way that you work nowadays. Once you have that workflow, okay, let's go to ChatGPT. It's the best way. It's the best way. Don't try to do different. Go to ChatGPT, pay it,
Yeah.
please. And once you pay, it's cheap. It's $20.
It's $20.
Yeah, if you want, it's worth it. Okay.
Yeah.
You want to use AI in your business, pay $20. So use ChatGPT to understand this workflow, and he gonna suggest ways to use by himself AI in this workflow.
Yeah.
So just like you mentioned, it's not magical. It's the same workflow that you already the manufacturers used to have, but now using AI to do on a faster way.
That's it.
And the main goal, actually, I can provide the video one. I showed you the video.
Yeah.
The main goal for SmartHow is to create the intelligence layer that really the AI voice agent, Rachel, can work behind the scenes and create the action of plans. And it's crazy. I can provide the video. You can demonstrate for them.
We had a near miss with the overhead crane.
PSIF confirmed. Risk of suspended load fall. I will gather more information.
The exclusion zone was not respected. We are investigating.
Understood. In the meantime, I'll research similar incidents in other plants. Have there been any similar incidents?
Yes, with a faulty bridge siren. We implemented a checklist for shift changes.
Any similar occurrences?
Yes, 2 near misses last year. We installed a red zone warning system. It was effective.
Detected pattern. Siren failures and inconsistent exclusion zones. I've already created an action plan for the installation of the red zone system for the engineering team. Additionally, I updated the mandatory checklist with siren tests.
Will this be replicated globally?
Already replicating. Updated procedures awaiting approval. Training created and translated for all plants.
And actually, this is the main goal, my big picture.
Yeah.
But actually, I started in poco a poco. Poco a poco is correct.
It is.
Poco a poco. Arroz habichuelas, the basic. Start with this. Once you grab in more knowledge, more experience, you're gonna see different ways to have and achieve the big picture.
The big picture. Yeah, and you mentioned that, and just based on that, you have already given one of the best advice that people should use when they're leading a digital transformation project. Is there any other suggestion that you would give people?
Man, with my experience, and I nowadays we are expanding our operations now. Even we started in a small town in Brazil. My state calls Minas Gerais. Saludo a Lagoa Santa. It's a small town in Brazil actually, and now we are expanding through all Brazil and on the north part, south part. Now in Puerto Rico, Chile also.
Awesome.
So, with my experience, do the basic.
Yeah.
Arroz habichuelas, that to make you able to think different and really creating new ways to do the business, you need to start with the basics, creating maturity, enough knowledge, enough experience by yourself. And once you create that maturity, you can think on different ways to do it.
Yeah.
So what I suggest is execute. Understand the current way to do it. Understand the big picture. Once you have this both, execute. See the next step. Execute because you need to be able to learn with the journey.
That's true.
And you need to be attention because learn with the journey is painful.
It is.
Painful.
It is. But as Steve Jobs said, the journey is the reward.
Exactly.
It is. I live by those words.
The best way to learn and create maturity in any type, not only talking about business, in life, is to execute. Execute, and actually to you be able to execute, you need to create this mindset internally.
That's true.
One of the things that I think a lot is life is a match, is a game. Is you have only one match, and you want to make able to have the best match ever. So every day is a new opportunity. Every second is a new opportunity. And I'm loving their experience here in Puerto Rico, not only about the food and the culture and los reggaetones, bachata, la salsa, de todo, but enjoy.
Yeah.
Enjoy life, execute, talk with different people. Just like this conversation, I
Yeah.
met with Gonzalo, and now we are creating a huge relationship here in Puerto Rico. I would love to bring you to Brazil.
I would love to go.
Yeah, to visit my office and also to try the culture of Brazil too. So
I'm there.
yeah, actually execute, guys. We don't have much time. We don't know what is gonna happen for tomorrow. So execute, do it, feel it, and be open to learn with the journey.
Agreed.
That is the main thing.
Agreed. And you mentioned like you like to read books. Is there any recommendations you can give to the audience?
Bible is every book that you read nowadays is based on the Bible. If you read Bible, you're gonna see the fundamentals, the arroz y bichuelas. If you read, and I'm a guy very related on God. I don't follow a specific religion, but I have God by my side. And I think that is one of the huge things that make me able to do different things that I already do. So if I suggest, you don't need to be religion. Read the Bible. Understand the workflow. Basically, a Bible has a workflow. Yeah, every part in life have a process, have a workflow. So understanding, create maturity, and with that experience, you can apply with business, on a personal landscape, with family, with girlfriend, in different landscapes.
Yeah, you use it as a way of guidance of taking the scriptures and see what they mean and what they're looking for, and from there put in your personal life, and there how it can impact other areas. And just in the sense of a giving the audience a specific other specific articles or materials that you would suggest specifically for AI and digital transformation. Is there any that you would suggest as well?
I can suggest the white paper that we have from SmartHow. I can provide it.
Awesome.
The white paper, you can also understand that kind of perception to create a workflow. And on the white paper is a good advice to understand the workflow, and also to understand how we can apply the AI on this. On the white paper, we explain better how we apply the AI on the beginning, and also the big vision that we have with that. But at the end of the day is understanding the currently workflow, applying AI on the beginning part, how we can make faster. With this maturity, we can think how we can do it in a new way.
I see it, man. Like you gave great advice in this time, and the books that you bring to the table. I can see the value of looking at the Bible as a way of looking for peace, looking for certain things in life that you can take off here. Like you say, it's not about being religious. It's about having these experiences
and
as well.
Knowledge, maturity.
And knowledge, maturity. And from a professional standpoint, like you guys offer all of this knowledge with the white paper. And there's so many things that people can look nowadays on the internet. Like AI is such a buzzword that I actually read your white paper, the SmartHow white paper, and it reduces the noise as well. So I can see the value that anybody could have reading the white paper of SmartHow. It's a real good piece of work. Is there anything else that you want to bring to the audience?
Good question. Let me think.
Go to Brazil, experience the culture.
If I can say, enjoy life.
Enjoy life.
Enjoy life. Make every moment special. In a manufacturing landscape, especially, is different because the routine is tough.
Okay.
You don't have the time to stop and the life is running. And most of the time you only think about that when you miss somebody or you lost somebody. Actually, unfortunately, that happens. So enjoy the people that you have around you, because at the end of the day, it's all about people. It's all about the experience.
I see it.
So it's one of the things that I'm learning a lot now here in Puerto Rico, because especially Puerto Rico, there's a huge emotional part that you guys are very united. And I love this, because in Brazil we have the same, and it's all about people. We need to serve people and create relationship.
I agree.
And always understand about workflow, understand the process, create that kind of mindset, the engineering mindset.
Yeah.
Try to see in different ways. When I go to my grandmother, she usually cook for us, so I understand how she cook and create the process there, and
That's a recipe.
Yeah, and try to improve the process. So create that kind of mindset and enjoy this. You need to enjoy this, because if you not enjoy, it's gonna be tough, man.
It is.
It's gonna be tough.
I agree.
It's the same way that most of the people say is you need to love what you do.
Yeah.
On a business landscape. It's the same with AI. You need to love it. You need to understand and like the journey, because it's not easy. It's not easy. But once you create enough maturity and experience on that, it's gonna be easier.
I agree, man. So if anybody wants to contact you and SmartHow, how can they do it?
You can go on LinkedIn, Fabio Silva-FS, and you can send me a request and we can schedule a conversation. I can provide all the information. My main goal in life is to provide and serve people. So let's connect. Let's talk.
Awesome. And SmartHow was a website?
Yeah, smarthow.com too. You can see what we are doing now on a manufacturing landscape. So if you work in a manufacturing landscape, we would love to know more about your reality and share experience, share knowledge.
That's amazing, man. Fabio, I cannot thank you enough for this space and all this conversation. Like, we connect so much in the workflow and process. I say it like 37 times a day. So in this conversation, we just condensed that same conversation that we have with clients every single day. Like, it's all about process. And that's why in the manufacturing landscape, SmartHow can help, because it's not about specific manufacturing type. It's all about the workflow and the process. That's why also on GY, we can help you guys in any type of business you have, service, tech, manufacturing, insurance, anything you want to bring to the table. It's all about the process, and that's why we can help you make digital transformation happen in your organization. Fabio, again, thank you so much for this time.
Thank you, man.
We hope you guys enjoyed this. Así que ahora voy a volver al español por un momento. Les agradezco este espacio. Sé que es una entrevista diferente, fue en otro idioma. Haremos nuestro esfuerzo para que puedan tener la información y la traducción para que puedan disfrutarse de este mega episodio acerca de inteligencia artificial en la manufactura con Fabio y SmartHow, directo desde Brasil, aquí que estuvimos en Puerto Rico. Muchísimas gracias y será hasta la próxima.
Gracias, que Dios les bendiga a todos.